All right, so I mean, as I expected, the board sounds insane, like absolutely crazy. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys my coffee today. We got ourselves unreleased Necco coffee glass here. I made a little peppy mocha. So we're gonna give it a mix together and give it a taste. Oh, we're gonna be using the HMX hyacinth switches. But these HMX hyacinths, really nice. They're like not too long pole, you know, they're like a good entry long pole if you're not used to them. So it's got just enough of like a harsh bottom out, but it's nothing like on my Ghost Dragons or like Neon switches, for example, which are like super long pole. But they're still long pole, so you get that clacky sound on the bottom out. But they feel insane stock. The factory lubing is really good. All right, so let's get into today's build. So it came in a box, just like a cardboard box, and then it had this big foam in here, which is just to kind of keep everything safe. Let's crack this bad boy open. So we have a lot going on here, but here is the Event Horizon. Now this board, whenever I tell you guys that in person, it's actually insane. Like that's kind of the only way I can explain it. The finish on the materials of this board, it's just unlike anything that I've ever seen before. The finishing on the materials, the visual contrast with the frame, with the like hammered, almost, you know, you could almost say that this almost looks symbiotic because it has this like almost webby cellular look to it. And then the like almost brushed kind of look of this, contrasting with the very textured dark look of this. Unreal, guys. Unreal. I still think the weight is stunning. Okay, so that's the case. A piece of art. So let's move into the plate and PCB and such. This board is very heavy, by the way. I don't have a scale. I think Alex did it, kind of weighed it, so you can go reference that if you're curious about weight. It's like a little Salvin card or something. Oh, wait, is this like for the finish of the Supermassive? Yeah. Damn. That's going to be sexy. Anyone who ordered that is going to be very happy because that is going to look crazy. It looks like we got a little stuff here. Okay. Damn. Ooh, thank you for the stickers, bro. Oh my God. It's like a little Max MVKB pen. This is fire. What's pretty neat is that this has two PCBs. So like this one sits over here, you know, on this side. And it's got its own O-ring, or you can use the silicone piece as the mount. I imagine that with the silicone, it'll be pretty stiff. Since it'll be more stiff, I imagine it'll also make the sound a little brighter, but at the same time, it might mute things up. First of all, I think Patty built this. She is a godsend because she left the stabs in, so I don't have to do stab work. Thank you. That is a blessing in disguise right there. Look at this PCB. Are you kidding? Look at that. That looks sick. I love when PCBs have like some art on them, you know? Like even though you can't see it, it just adds to the whole experience. At this price point, you know, you kind of would want something like this just to give it that little extra kiss of character, you know? That is just beautiful. Let us do O-ring. Yeah, HMX is really solid. B-Sun's really solid. And I think it's just kind of the direction that the hobby is headed, right? We're all kind of moving into this ultra clacky kind of sound. And I think that's kind of natural. The longer you stay in the hobby, the more boards you build, the more you like clacky sounds. Whereas like whenever I first started, it was all about that thock. You know what I mean? Which I can still appreciate a very thocky, foamy build. But it's just like if it's something that I'm using on the daily, I want it to have some clack to it. Oh. What just happened? Whenever I tell you that I was using zero force, you can still use it. Just kind of force feed it around. Them finger push-ups paid off, bro, for real. All these type tests we've been making the past few years, bro. That's what that is right there. Okay. So let's see. We get into this by opening up the back. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is my logo right here. And it's designed by Mr. Max. It is, if I remember our initial conversation, it's in the shape of a G. It says CS for Captain Sterling. I still love my logo, and I love my keycap. This was something that I had made for my accomplishment of hitting 10,000 on Instagram. This is one of my prized possessions right here. But Max does great design work if you guys ever need any help. Ooh, it's a solid piece of metal here. Pretty thick. Yeah, that's actually wild. These weigh about the same amount. My sister got me this desk mat for Christmas. I've been wanting it for months, okay? Legit months. Man, it looks good. And now I'm just really excited for this set. Yeah, I think if we're gonna go with a color, it needed to be solid. Like one color. So I feel like this works really well, actually. Now this looks sick, dude. That looks sick. For the build, the Event Horizon with an alu plate, no foam, HMX Hyacinth V2 switches by Sillyworks. These are available over at Lube Switches. And then we have Swag Keys, Lave and Rose, ABS and PBT blend keycaps, double shot. We are in the O-ring mount configuration, so no foams. And yeah, let's see how it sounds. Dude, that board is slapping, bro. I would say in normal typing, it definitely is just like a stiffer feeling. But like if you're doing your rows like this, it is soft. It does have some cushion in the O-ring. A very even sound, which you don't really, I'm telling you, you don't see this very often, where a board can sound the same all the way through. Usually whenever you get to the top row, things really do sound dull and dead. But this, it keeps the life, you know, it keeps the life all the way up for me. Like you don't typically get a clacky number row, but I mean, this is fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I think it's soft enough, you know, for an O-ring, you know, it feels like an O-ring board is the best way to say it, really. It's just soft enough to like give you a bit of cushion. It sounds amazing. But yeah, I know you guys are probably all wondering if, you know, you're all wondering one thing here. Is it kissable? The Event Horizon. I gotta give y'all a better angle here. It's a nice board, dude. Truly, it is such a nice board. Just look at that. Look at that finish right there. Are you kidding me? Let's go ahead and swap to the silicone. Whenever it comes to new keyboards that I want to add to my collection, is like, how is it different? How is it unique compared to like the stuff I already have? And there's no doubt that this board is that, you know, it is so different. And for me, it's worth it because of that. So now we have everything's the same switches, same keycaps. We just are now using that silicone mid layer. And this is how that sounds like. Yeah, it's a lot deeper. A lot more bassy. It almost makes it feel like PE foam in a way. Like how it kind of punches up now. Like it's still pretty loud. It's just a deeper loud. Like to me, the only thing is it did kind of, I'm not gonna say kill the space bar, but it did bring the space bar's pop a lot down, which I'm not a fan of. Everything else sounds insane. I like it. I mean, both build styles sound fantastic. The board feels good. It feels stiffer now in this config, which I did estimate in the beginning. It's straightforward as well. Very easy to build. Nothing too finicky. Nothing too crazy. 10 out of 10 board. Anyone who won this, you're lucky for sure. Enjoy it. I hope you love it as much as I love it. Easily top 5 boards I've built. If I had built this in 2023, this would have been my number 1 board of 2023. But I didn't. I built it in 2024. And as of right now, this is number 1. Beyond the Stars, Into the Uncharted. That is the Event Horizon from MVKB, Salvin, and Protozoa. Thanks for tuning in. And once again, thank you, Max, for the opportunity to build the board. I'm forever grateful. Anyone who got this and who won the raffle should go through with it if you're financially able to. I think you won't be disappointed. I mean, this board is just masterful. Honestly. It's just the craftsmanship of this is crazy. Till next time, I'll key you later. Bye. She said this looks like a butt plug. And now I can't unsee it, bro. Because it kind of does, but like, But I told her it's just like a kind of cartoony type of spaceship, But she told me that today, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, stop.